we're going to look at escaping mount. We're going to spend a couple of weeks on some different pins, looking at mount, cyclotron, knee on belly. Just going to do a few weeks of that, explore it, see what's happening, play around with it. Yeah. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, very simple. Go on your back. Just to see where we're at, see what we can remember. Yeah, we're going to start in the mount. So I'm starting with my knees across here, my feet in tight, and my hands on top, upright position. Okay. Person on the bottom. Person on top, sorry, you've got to try and remain on top. Yeah, remain on top. There is no upper body control. So you're not allowed to grab the head, you're not allowed to grab here. You just got to try and place your hands to try and stay on top. Yeah, just using your base, not trying to attack. Okay, person on the bottom, I want you to try and retain your guard from this position. Okay, so you just got to try and get your legs back, however way you're going to do it. You might try however way you want. Try and get back, get your legs back in front of you. Okay, very easy. We'll do a couple of rounds of this just so that we're back in the getting our head into the right headspace, and then we'll play around with it. Okay, cool. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Ash. Kingdom start from deep within 420 coastline, breezing on my chest. I tall flame burn clean, my soul at rest. My burn the fire for the most high name. One herb, one eye, one eternal flame. Me no need no crown, me no need no fame. Me there with your works, not man game. My heart on drum, my thought on breeze. My hold the silence like ancient trees. Okay. So we're good? Yeah? We're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to switch partners. So get a bit more variability. Yeah, we'll do 5 minutes again. I mean, that was more or less 5 minutes. This time I want you to focus on using your frames. Yeah, so frames, building frames. I want you to focus on their weight and where their weight is sitting and where you'd want them to be, and then trying to maintain frames or where you would have them. Yeah, play around with that and see where you get. Okay, and then we'll talk about it a bit more. All right. So new partners, 1, 2, 3. Me and you, Ash.
The other side. It was just on the floor.
a little bit of brute force and ignorance in all honesty.
But then if you were going to say flat again, you know.
And also one, the person has their own like battle.
Don't worry,
I only change there as well.
So you might go, oh, he's going to get while I do it.
And that's down to experience and stuff as well.
Hi.
I just
I'll just get out.
I just before I sit I just thought I'll go, I'll sit here, see if anyone knows. It's good, I didn't want to stop you talking. Everyone good? How did you find that?
And here's my beautiful assistant.
How did you guys find that? Yeah, did you manage to get out a little bit or not? Or okay. All right, we're not going to give too much explanation. Is there anything anyone who was getting stuck or wanted to question or anything like that? At the moment, we'll open up again a little bit more, but there's anything that's coming up immediately?
Well, just can't escape.
I just can't.
And then I'm trying to get out, but I don't want to get caught with either legs, both sides.
Okay. Yes, yes. You're trying to get the bottom leg first, and then to open the top. Yeah, but that's a good point, and we'll come back to that. But first things first, the person's starting in a mount, and they're starting upright. They're not starting with any sort of grips, right? So what were you doing to the person? Keeping them where they are, bringing them forward. Bringing them forward. Yeah. So how were you doing that? Bridge and kick. Yeah. Bridge and kick. Okay. So if I'm here and he's upright here, yeah. If he stays in this position, he's heavy on my hips, yeah. Heavy on my hips makes things hard for me to start turning and moving because I can't get onto my side if he's heavy on my hips. So I need to get his weight forward. So he's now putting his weight onto his hands. A good way of doing that is bringing this leg in and bridging him up and forward, yeah. So I'm going to bridge and kick. Okay, so here, bridge, kicking forward, yeah? If he starts to come back, kicking forward again, yeah? This is going to be the battle for a little bit, okay? When I kick him forward, I'm looking to get onto my side because if I try and create any space by being flat on my back, yeah, it's not very easy. So if I kick him forward and I start, right, okay, now I'm going to start trying to make space. I can't do anything. I have to be on my side. I need to get his weight off to doing that. So as he kicking forward, go to my side. Now I can look to start trying to create space, okay? So all I want you to do for just 3 minutes, yeah? Grab a new partner. One person is staying upright, the other person's on their back. All you've got to try and do is get to your side. Utilize trying to bring their weight forward and putting their hands on the floor. Cool? Everyone good? Makes sense? Give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Maybe. Ready? Bear in mind.
You ready? Yep. Let's go.
Some success, some not success. Okay, good. Yes. So this is more so if the person is on the hips originally. This is important when we say this because this is quite isolated a movement that we're doing. It's not necessarily representative for what we would be doing at the end product, as it were. You start adding frames into things, and it changes the dynamic slightly.
So what's the point it turns from mount to high mount?
When it starts to go up onto your upper body. So if I've got Paul, he's on his back.
You just say like mount, high mount.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't want to give it so prescriptive, but if I'm here, I'd say that this is a mount where I'm sitting on the hips. As soon as my hips come up high onto his stomach, I'd say this is high mount. Yeah. If I've got the arms controlled up here and the elbows up, this is where I would call high mount. This is what position I look to try and get into if I'm starting to attack. Yeah, if I'm starting to attack. This is he's very vulnerable in this position because he hasn't really got any frames. And it's very easy for me to create levers in this position. Yeah. Yeah. So it's quite a good position to get into that high mount position, than being in the standard mount position. You're not likely to get that straight away. You're looking to try and work your way up to that position. How are you putting their hands on the floor? How? With you doing what he's told us to. The old bridging kick. The old bridging kick. Yeah, so I like this. Just was doing as I was told. Okay, so if I'm here, if I just try and bridge, yeah, up, his hips go up and down. Okay, I need to create forward momentum to get his weight coming forward. Okay, the way I do that is I kick with my leg. If I just do this with just my leg, I'm not going to be able to do this because it's too strong. Okay, so I need to have both in conjunction. So I bridge and kick. So I'll do a single leg bridge and kick at the same time. And that's what brings his hands forward, his weight going onto his hands, and that gives you that split second to turn onto your side. Okay, who felt vulnerable when they turned on their side to get their back taken? Yes, I heard it from at least from one person. Okay, this is the importance of having frames. If I don't have anything stopping him and I'm on my side, he'll start to come up onto my back and start to sit back and take my back. Yeah, I need to stop him from doing that. The way I'm going to stop him from doing that is by creating a frame. Yeah, so if I come across his hips and I reinforce here, so I've got a good frame here and I've created a chain, a skeletal chain here up on my arms. Now I'm quite strong. If I turn onto my side now, just come up onto my back. Okay, by creating a frame. Okay, so this is what we're going to do this time, all right? You're going to try and bring the person's weight forward and you're going to create a frame. The next goal is to try and lift one of their knees up into the air when you turn. Okay, so let's go back. He's just trying to stay on top again. Okay, I'm on my side. Okay, I'm just going to try and lift one of his knees into the air. That's all I've got to do. I go one side, if I go the other side here, if I go the other side and I can't do it, I come here, one knee's in the air. Excellent, that's all I want. Everyone cool? Good. So we're going to focus on trying to get one knee in the air. Okay, grab a new partner, give that a go. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 minutes and we'll change partners again.
Decision.
Straight up. Momentum as well, isn't it? You're already, your legs are already. Yeah. They feel really. Right. Okay.
Let's go.
Do me a favour, just make sure that that carries on filming because it's just been a bit of a shit recently. It's just a little bit of a shit. I'll keep that on the, on the video. All right. Everyone cool? How was that? How did you find that? Did you see the difference when you're turning to the side when you have the frame or when you didn't? Yeah? Yeah. Did you see that when you turn to the side that knee came up? Good. Good.
The best thing tonight is keep that
Frame.
on to stop the back being taken.
Yes. Yeah, that's gold. Brilliant. There you go. There you go. Excellent.
Often, if I get that leg out, I will then change.
Yeah.
Hips, I go for underhook or something.
Yeah.
Actually, if you just keep that in, you feel more secure on your
Yeah,
side. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I feel like threats on, then switch.
Yeah, to go to the other side. I think a lot of people do this, and you know why I think a lot of people do this? Because in the long time ago, we used to shrimp down the mat. So we'd go one side, then the other side, the other side to the other side. So when we shrimp down the mat, yeah, we go 1, 2, but that's not how you escape.
Yeah.
When you escape, you go one direction. You keep going, and I think that's a common thing that people will go, "Oh, you need to change." You don't. You just need to try and frame and create space. So that's a good point. Good point. So obviously, bridging and kicking. That's one big thing. Once they've got their hands on the floor and you've turned to your side, really, if you can drive, like you said, if you can drive that frame into the hip away, almost try and throw the person away from you, you create a good opportunity to be able to start raising one knee. Yeah.
Lauren was having
Difficult.
Lauren was having to kick.
Yeah.
And as I was on the way over turn.
Yes.
Before my weight hit, because once my weight's down, she can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But that's,
whilst I was in the air, if she turned, I'd land.
if you can do that, that is even better, because you're taking up the time. You're at your opponent is weightless when you turn. You know, that's good timing. If the person does get based, you can still do this, but you've allowed them an opportunity to be able to start trying to regain their weight or regain their posture. So if you can do it while they're in flight, in-flight entertainment, yeah. Okay. When you were escaping, which knee were you bringing through? If you were bringing bottom or top?
I kept doing the top, but I was trying to do the bottom.
Yeah.
So I watched this video.
Because I watched this video. I did the homework. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit, Chris. So let's talk about that. Okay, so I've brought him forward, kicked him forward. I've come to my side, and I've managed to raise one of his legs. Okay, if this leg is raised, this is fine, yeah, because I can just start bringing my bottom knee in. If I start to bring my top knee through, yeah, here, he starts, and then he has the opportunity now to start crushing my knees together and getting around towards my back, or trying to do something else. So I'm always looking to try and regain an elbow-knee connection with the bottom leg, okay? Then I can start using this to either hook and frame to bring a leg back, or I can use it to create more space, depending on the side, okay? So if I'm here, I'm turning to this side here, and this knee is up, I bring my bottom knee in. My bottom knee in, elbow and knee connection, okay? From here, I will look now to create more space to come here and bring my second leg either from the outside, or I can come to the inside. This could be quite nice because I can create more forward motion to get upright and reverse the position. Okay. We could talk points in a minute as well. From that position, because there's an interesting point there. So I've got the hands again to the hands on the hip. Okay, I'm gonna make him put his hands on the floor. So I'm bridging with one leg and kicking the other. Yeah. Here, the bottom knee is coming in. The bottom knee. Yeah. Now I can start to look to get this second leg in. As he's coming back upright, now look, I can come in here. And now I've got a guard back, is what we call like a butterfly guard, yeah? From here, if you're lucky enough, you might be able to sweep and get on top. I mean, likelihood, not much, because the person will start to base and they won't stay there for you, but you know, it's something to play around with. You can off-base the person straight away from getting your legs back in front of you, yeah? Okay, makes sense? If you're struggling to get that bottom knee up, that other knee up, and you're on your side, you can essentially try to turn on to your side and lift your hip up in the air a bit more. Okay, so if I'm here, once again, if that knee's on the floor, and I'm on my side here, if I want to lift that leg up, I can reinforce this frame by using my hip as well. So I can turn up here. Yeah, and use my hip as a frame. So I've got my knee on the floor, my hip has now become a frame, and I can start to try and create more space to get out. Yeah. But if I keep that frame, yes, exactly. Good point. So if I'm here, let's try it. I hope it works. So if I keep this frame here and I turn, get to my coming off nowadays. Yeah, so if I keep that frame on, then I should be able to get to the back. I should be able to defend the back. As you start to jump around, I can start to come around. That makes sense? Okay, all right. Let's grab a new partner, 5 minutes. We're going to play the first game we did. You're going to try and escape the mount. The other person, once again, no upper body grips at all. Okay, you're just trying to stay on top by keeping base. Yeah. Person on the bottom, I want you to try and focus on getting that bottom knee in first. Create space to get your top leg in. Yeah. Cool. Good. Let's play around with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll find it after. A little magnet. Okay. Yeah, the importance of the frame, getting their weight forward, turning onto our side. Yeah, this is just one element of escaping the mount. There is another way we can look at doing this, and that's by turning frames into levers, and we'll talk about that Wednesday, maybe next week. We'll play a little bit with it as well. Okay, just a quick one on points with that, Chris. So just very, very simple one, just to think about this. So to get to mount is 4 points. So if you get into the mount, this is 4 points. If he rolls over and just goes completely flat, no frame, goes completely flat, and I end up on his back, 4 points. Okay, so you got 4 points, 4 points. If you get to the back, for you need hooks for the back for the mount, but even if you are flat and you are on top of them, I believe it's still 4 points. It's another 4 points. Yeah. If you escape like you just did, so you're here, you shrimp out, you go to one side, you get a hook, and just go for just an inside hook there, and you sweep me straight away. Well, you won't get any points for that. Okay, all right, because there was no. What? It's come from you, mate, definitely. Alice, when it I literally should have just got it from the back of your replay. I'm gonna get it from the back of your ear. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's incredible. I'm impressed.
It's there all or not.
You're a real skeptic, aren't you? You don't believe in magic. So the point of that was, if he doesn't establish a guarded position, so he doesn't establish a guard and then sweep me, he will not get the points for it. So it will count as a reversal. So if he just goes straight out from, and then you fall over and you get on top, you've lost position, but you won't get any. You shouldn't be scored points. Yeah.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Yes. Everyone makes that make sense? So if if, for example, if I come here, okay, and I shrimp out, okay, and I end up in this position, and I just sweep him straight away. So I've shrimped out, I've come here, boom, and sweep him over like that. No points because there was no position that was established. Okay, it was just mount, reversed. Now, if we come here and they come out, and then I start coming here and we fight, we move around for about 3 seconds, and then I sweep him with the same weight, that's 2 points because we established a guard. Okay, just thing to think about.
You're not just using
No, yeah. If you were to just revert, if you even if you were just to do this, and you hold their arm and you roll them, there's no points for that. That is a reversal. Okay, there's a big argument going on in jiu-jitsu why this shouldn't be scored, and why it should be scored. Personally, I think it probably should be, because even if it's scored at a lesser rate, because you've worked hard to actually be able to reverse that person. So, you know, that's the argument. I think in some competitions they will score it, but the IBJJF they definitely don't, which is the standard pretty much used around any tournament. So in that position, that's what we're sort of thinking about with points. Okay, 4 points is the maximum amount of points you can score for a position. There's no more you can score from that. 2 points for knee on 2 points for knee on belly. 3 points for the pass, and 2 points for a sweep. But we'll talk about them as we go on. We'll start playing around with the point system as well when we're sparring.
I've just got one more question.
Go on.
So, say you get loads of points,
Mhm.
and I get none,
Mhm.
and and then by some freak,
Mhm.
you submit. Do I win even though you've got more points?
Yes. Submission is the
It's like
it's the goal. It's the golden button, yeah. Yeah, the only way out of this is the golden button, and that's the submission. Yeah, exactly that. The things we have to do to try and get our point across is amazing. I love it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're right. Is in judo it would be known as a nippon. Yeah, it's the 1 point that scores is the submission. You win outright. You could be down 50-0 and you submit the person, and you get really upset because you've been winning 50 points and you lose from submission. Yeah. What's your question?
Does submit mean make the other person tap?
Give up. Yeah, it does.
Or go to sleep.
Or you'll go to sleep. But we won't do that. We tap before anyone goes to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, but we always tap before we fall asleep. Yeah. We don't see it throughout. Everyone cool? Okay. Let's do a few 3-minute rounds to finish then, and we'll just keep changing. Oh, wait, hold on. There's one more question. Well, that's another question for another time. Okay.
burning slow, smoke in the breeze, rolling up peace underneath the palm trees. Time don't matter when your mind's this free, feeling irie, just the ocean and me. Lighter flicks and my thoughts unwind, colors melt and the stars align. No need to rush, I'm taking it slow. Life tastes better when you let it roll. We drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 ways to ease the mind, let the world fade, we on island time. Baseline deep like the roots of the trees, herb in the air blowing sweet melodies. Eyes half closed, still seeing the light. Soul on fire, but the vibes stay right. Laughing easy, dancing low, pass it around, let the good times grow. Moonrise coming, still riding the wave. High on life, with nothing to say. Drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 ways to ease the mind, let the world fade, we on island time. Take a breath, take a hit, let it all fade just a little bit. Clouds roll in, but the heart stay bright. We vibing through the day and into the night. We drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 ways to ease the mind, let the world fade, we on island time. We drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 love in every line, one more pull and I'm feeling fine. Take a breath, take a hit, let it all fade just a little bit. Clouds roll in, but the heart stay bright. We vibing through the day and into the night. We drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 ways to ease the mind, let the world fade, we on island time. We drifting high, no need to try, feeling the rhythm, just touching the sky. 420 love in every line, one more pull